Hello, everybody. How's everyone doing today? Oh, it's a lovely day in late April of 2024, and the NBA playoffs are rocking. We have some games to talk about because, of course, everyone wants to hear the opinion of someone who doesn't watch the entire game and watches the highlights the next day. That's what you tune in for. That's why you watch these shows. By the way, let's begin by thanking our sponsor, Floaty.io, everybody. Floaty.io. We will have a video today, of course, like we do each week. We have giveaways that are going on thanks to our lovely sponsor, the lovely gentleman at Floaty.io. We have 2 rares you can win today. We have that Brooke Lopez and that playoff Paul George. You can win them. If you tweeted, you can win them. And if you're here in the chat, you can win them. You'll have an even better chance because you're here live. And we thank Floaty.io for their continued support of Tandy Time. It means a lot. We appreciate you. It's goddamn amazing.
It's goddamn amazing. Woo.
We also have Bagholder, our Twitch guy, our loyal Twitch guy is here. Let's give him his drop nice and early. Twitch guy. So why Wednesday? That's because tomorrow I'm going on a little family outing in the evening, and so I will not be able to stream tomorrow night. But I wanted to be here whenever I could so that we could connect and collect. Bagholder likes my facial hair. So here's a little story for you. But the boiler in my apartment is not working. And it hasn't worked for like 2 weeks. So that makes shaving difficult with cold water. But anyway, the playoffs have been exciting. Is this the Knicks year, everybody? We'll talk about that with WEISBERG. Could the Knicks make it to the Eastern Conference Finals or perhaps even the finals? Perhaps even the NBA championship? Well, we know the NBA championship is not possible because Patrick Ewing eats ice cream. And we already know that he put a hex on them by eating ice cream when he said he wouldn't. But the Knicks look good, but they're beating like a beat up Sixers team with Embiid looking like this. Maybe I should just do the rest of the stream with one eye closed. Poor Embiid. He looks like he is in rough shape. Anyway, WEISBERG is in the background. I'll let him in. It's the birthday boy. Let's see. What should we give the birthday boy? Let's give him this.
King in the castle. King in the castle.
True. I am the king of the castle.
Well, there you
What's going on, buddy? How you doing?
I'm doing okay, WEISBERG. How does it feel to be 40 years old?
Same as it did to feel 39 yesterday. It is very weird. It does get you like the funniest part about it to me is you start like it's an evolution because you wake up and you're just in a little bit more pain
Oh,
every
God.
day. It's getting real dark. No, you just realize like as you get older, like your body, like your knee hurts a little bit more every now and again. Your back, you can't play hoops as often as you would like. Little stuff like that. But honestly, not that bad. Going good.
Yeah, I know. It's
Feeling good, feeling great. You know how it is.
yeah, moisturize, whatever they say, calm in my lane, moisturize, something like that. I can't remember. But
Yeah, get yourself a night care routine, Tandy.
mhm.
Clearly you can with that boiler broken.
I know, right? I'm literally washing myself like I'm in the 1930s. Like I boil water, I put it in a bowl, and then I mix
I
it with
mean, I
cold
mean, to be
water.
fair, that broken ass facial hair looks like it's from the 1930s. Jesus, holy hell!
Whoa,
I,
coming in
I
hot.
look at you. I mean, like you look like a terrible version of Malachi Flynn with that facial hair.
All right, I'll take it. I'm not even sure what the comparison is, but I'm sure it's
Have you seen
insulting.
Malachi Flynn's facial hair?
No, should we look it up?
Yeah, you can Google that right now. That goatee is right on point. It is
Oh,
just
he
as
he
messed
has a
again.
oh, he
He's
has a
got the
way
full.
more
He's got the
full yeah.
full thing.
Yeah, he's got a full beard. I can't grow that. Are you kidding? I wish
Mm.
my beard looked like Malachi Flynn. Look at that.
Evil
Is that
Dante.
true?
It is.
Yeah, I mean
Yeah.
that's like a nice looking ginger beard. He definitely looks like a little bit like a he definitely looks like the evil character in a show or movie. To be
Yeah.
that
No, that's
gingery.
the comparison that Knicks fans made because he was playing on the Knicks early in the year before he got traded was Evil Dante DiVincenzo. So then we
And
were talking about the Knicks.
speaking about Dante DiVincenzo, and we
See,
can start
look
off.
at that transition I made for you.
Yeah,
Gave
very
you an
nice.
alley oop. You threw it right down.
We can discuss the Knicks a little bit. First of all, if you're holding a rare redemption, congratulations on your Dante DiVincenzo moment because most likely that's what you're getting. I mean, Jalen Brunson
And,
was
and
has
enjoy spending $150 for a $19 moment. Anyway, keep going.
well.
I'm feeling spicy today.
What happened to this guy? Yeah, anyway.
By the way,
No,
that
yeah,
is that's my actual take on the redemptions. Just quickly,
yeah.
like all of it was such a mess in terms of the rollout and the process. We're gonna Speaking of the process, we're gonna get back to the next Sixers in a second.
Yeah.
But um, if you have to, I rarely say this, Tandy. I actually loathe to say this. I agree with Jay. If it takes you
J-Man.
20 tweets to explain what happened, you probably did the wrong thing,
But
right?
but look, before they made the before there was that tweet thread, um, I talked about it on my stream. That was like right before that happened, which was just like we saw the velocity of the pack selling, and it was a very it wasn't happening. So like
Right.
it kind of made sense that it was going that something was going to be adjusted, and I think like that was sort of a symptom
Even
of
adding
that.
a chance for a fourth rare isn't that great. Like most of these quote unquote rare moments are not going to be that good.
Well,
Like,
they're going to be that good if you chose the right horse. So like if you
sure.
know like if you're holding if you're holding one rare, right? Let's say you're holding one Knicks rare redemption. You could trade it in for DiVincenzo, or you could hold on to it because you think they're going to beat the Pacers or the Bucks, and that will be a lower serial and I mean lower circulation, and most likely it'll be like Jalen
I
Brunson.
fully understand that part of it. And like I certainly think particularly if Denver doesn't make the finals and you have like OKC redemptions,
Mhm.
then it gets super interesting. Like I get the gamification of it. I just think like it's not for me,
That's okay.
right?
You
And
know, but
and
yeah.
but at the same time, I also would feel like if they were to do it the right way, I think the better way to do it would have been price it at $75.
That's what I said last week. Yeah.
Okay. Um, price it at 75, you get your three rares, and then you know, you make the odds a little less of getting a fourth.
Mhm.
Maybe you make it like 20% instead of 50.
Sure. Well, we got a sticker here. Weisberg, would you like to do the honors?
No.
You didn't do it last time either. Ice cream so good, jumpsuit. Thank you. Yes, yes, yes. Oh, thank you, jumpsuit. Ice cream, strong woman. As I was saying, Weisberg. Yeah.
Or you're so rudely interrupted.
Sure. Like if it's not the game for you, it is a volatile game. And I was talking about this 2 weeks ago when Samuel D was on the show. It's a very volatile game. And if that's not your style of play and you don't want to do that, then you shouldn't. If you want a less volatile version of this, then you can play the fandom route. But like I think that there are certain sharp plays. I didn't go hog wild on the rare packs. I did actually want to buy one of them. I wasn't able to because I had some error logging in. But I purchased a T-Wolves redemption because my thought process is worst possible scenario, I get myself an Anthony Edwards rare, which I don't own right now. So it's like the cheapest Anthony Edwards rare is like $70 and the T-Wolves redemption was going for like 60 and I was able to get it on an offer for like 50. So I don't feel terrible about that. It's like,
That's
all right,
fair.
you know?
So that part of it I actually generally agree with. Like if you're playing that side of the game, I fully understand. I'm just saying like the pack buying mechanics I think could be a little messy for people.
And, the Celtics redemptions are like $130 or something or whatever they are. And that's obviously super high risk because if God forbid the Celtics don't make it to the finals or don't whatever, then those are going to drop crazy. Like the percentage that they're going to drop is crazy and the percentage upside is not that high. So that's why I was also saying that you're basically like buying the top. If you buy the Nuggets or you buy the Celtics, you're buying the top. If you want to do something,
it's kind of similar to I know you're very much against betting, but it's kind of similar to best ball. Like so Underdog did their best ball tournament that lasts about 2 months. It's called the Dance. And for those that haven't played best ball, you're basically drafting, in this case, 10 rounds, 6 teams are in each draft, and you're basically drafting, roughly the top 60 players, right? But the key, one of the reasons why guys like Jaylen Brown were going in the first round is because obviously Celtics are going to be drafted earlier because people think they're going to the finals, correct? So what a lot of people do is they'll correlate their teams, and you would see Celtics go in the top like 3 rounds typically, and then you'd have to build your teams out elsewhere. So it's a similar product and similar concept in that way, in that everyone feels Celtics are going to the finals, and as a result, the leverage to get into those, whether it's in a draft to get the pick or the moment or the redemption, is certainly higher. That's just the way it is right now.
Yep, 100%. But like you said, like you alluded to, there's 2 ways of playing this game. There's like the kind of redemption side of it, or of like I want to get one particular moment from this team because I just want a rare from a player on that team, and that's an easy way to play this game. Because then it's like, no, I'm not going to spend $130 on a Tatum or a Jaylen Brown or a Derek White or a Porzingis rare, because otherwise I could just go to the marketplace and buy one for $20. So obviously that's not the play with that. That's the play if you're like, if you want to make the play that they're going to hit the finals and they're going to win the whole thing, then, and it's a very high volatility play. Now, of course, I actually
think the most interesting one, to get back to our conversation, I think the interesting ones are some of the teams that are going to go out in the first round. Like, so if you firmly believe that the Heat are going out in the first round, which we do,
I firmly believe the Heat are going out in the first round.
Correct.
Firmly, very firm.
So the only question is whether it's 4 games or 5.
I would say 3, but okay.
Celtics in 1.
Yeah, Celtics in none.
Celtics. Here's the thing: the Heat redemption is $17.
Yeah,
and it's like, how low can that rare go? Is the first question. Now it's going to be a 9. It's going to be, in theory, someone should be redeeming it right away. But even if it's not, let's say it's a 600 rare, that's still better than a lot of rares on the marketplace right now, and you're probably getting a Bam.
Yep.
Or a Hero. I mean, heroes don't play very well on the market because Tyler Hero is basically light-skinned Jordan Poole.
I thought Jordan
might have
Poole
been
was light skinned Jordan Poole.
I know. White Jordan Poole.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah, it's that's not going to play very well. But what I will say is, if you're getting a Bam Rare, do you know what the cheapest Bam Rare is right now?
How much? $16.
Somewhere in that range. Let me see here.
I think it's about that. I paid a
yeah.
little bit more for it during Fast Break because he's a great player to have on Fast Break. But yeah, you're right. It's like that side of the game is pretty easy to play. But
Yeah, it's 18 right now.
stacking because you think you're going to get like a finals rare of, because the finals rare, if you're holding it that way, right? You could buy a Celtics $120 redemption now, and then you might be getting yourself like a Tatum finals rare of circulation of like 200. And perhaps that's a good deal. I mean, for a circulation that low. So there's that side of the game as well. It's tricky. There's a lot of ways to play this thing. And you got to have like steel balls if you want to try to play that version where you're like holding on to a bunch of these redemptions and holding on until like the very end. Boston Base makes a point here that the burning leaderboards for the losing teams each round will also help. That's true. There's going to be, I believe there's going to be quick rips for the top. I want to say the top 50 or top. I think I got to go look at the blog, but I think it's the top 50. But that means you need a lot of those redemptions though to be in the top 50. I would think. David is here. He's bullish on Topshot. Hello, David. Thank you for being here in the chat. Stan is here. Here we go, Mike.
I know.
Let's savor this. Let's savor this.
Stan gave me love to start, so you know what? I'll take it.
No, listen, I got all the love in the world for Stan. Stan's a true only tan. Stan always shares the link in the Discords. We just like poking at each other because he's a Heat fan and we're Celtics fans. But he says Celtics fans.
You see the back and forth with him and
him and who?
Him and Ton in the Plunge in Discord.
I think they were talking about the Warriors or something. Was that it, or that was a different Discord?
Dude, it was like all of last Sunday, and it was like
they were talking about Tyler Hero versus.
Yeah, it was like an hour-long thread. It was so much fun.
I mean, yeah, on Sunday I'm a little busy. You got 2 kids, but anyway. So he says Celtics fans talking trash when a team is injured. Front runner's gonna choke at some point in the playoffs, like always.
That's cute.
No, we like that. I enjoy it. Give me all the heat. Give me all the hate. We want
all the hate.
Yeah, all right.
Stan giving us that Chappelle show. Hey.
Yeah, I know. Stan needs to be in the pimp extraordinaire outfit, the player's ball, the haters
ball. You know
ball.
what you should do? You know what your bit should be for Stan?
What's
is
that?
Sorry, I'm grabbing a little water here. What you should do is grab that clip and then just put Stan loves above the haters ball.
It's true. He's a great.
And then
hater.
anytime it's a Stan Heat comment, just play that.
Yeah, it's a good idea. Metz is here. He's wishing you a happy birthday.
And Metz, I said I agreed with you earlier.
Yeah, Metz. Mike said he's on Team Metz. But anyways, let's get to it. Let's talk about the playoffs a little bit, Mike. So Knicks lead the dilapidated Sixers 2-0. This definitely feels like the Knicks have taken all the air out of the Philadelphia Sixers balloon. I can't see the Sixers turning this around. I
disagree with that.
You think the Sixers can turn it around?
Well, a playoff series doesn't start till you win games on the opposing team's floor, for one. That's always going to be the case. Okay. 2, I was listening to Tim Bontemps today and Metz, I'm going to get to you in a second. I was listening to Tim Bontemps on the Hoop Collective, and he said specifically, like, that post-game locker room, outside of the Sixers being pissed about the officiating, which they were right about for what it's worth. It's not worth much, worth a penny in a shot, basically, because that's about all it's going to get you. But apparently in that locker room, they were defiant. Like, they were upbeat. And to be honest with you, if you watch both those games, the Sixers should have won both.
I know.
They've been the better team through most of those games, but they've lost those games on the margins. They lost them in offensive rebounding. They're losing them in transition points. Josh Hart is grabbing boards and immediately getting out off misses. But if you're actually looking at like the mechanics of the way that they're shooting, percentages, their ability to control the flow of the game, they're dictating pace. Like, I know Embiid's not looking great, but he's still averaging 30 in the series.
I know, but
So, like,
how long is that gonna last? I mean, he's probably
who knows?
his knees probably totally jacked up with cortisone or something. Like they're probably gonna injure him long term over this.
Well, you know what it reminds me a lot of, because it's the same exact surgery, is Robert Williams.
Yeah.
It's a torn meniscus, and the same thing that Time Lord had was there's two different ways you can do a meniscus surgery. You can fully replace the meniscus, or you can shave it. By the way, I got my doctorate degree down the street at SF Medical. But apparently, like, and doing a lot of reading on this, there's basically two different ways it works. And when you do the shave, you can come back quicker, 8 weeks, which is about the amount of time it took Joel. But if you do the actual replacement, it's a better long-term prognosis. So he definitely is taking one for the team here in exchange for his long-term health.
Exactly,
So
which seems really stupid because they're not going to the finals this year. If I'm the Sixers fans, I'm pissed off right now that they are potentially jeopardizing the future of the best player they've had in a generation. Only to what? Maybe they'll get past. Like even if they got past the Knicks, this team isn't getting to the finals. I'm sorry, this is
I can see
silly.
them getting to the Eastern Conference Finals. And
Maybe.
look, if you're them, the hope is that Joel plays himself into shape, which he's not.
It's bad, man. It's bad.
And that he's just good enough to get you to the finals. Problem is, Philly, even if they made the finals, they would get smoked by Denver.
Yep. It's not a good
Jokic
idea.
would kill Embiid with that knee.
Mhm.
So it's all relative, but yeah.
Anyway, so who's your? Let's just go through.
I think can win that series.
Let's go through it though. What's your pick? Are you picking the Sixers or are you picking
Knicks
the Knicks
in
for the
7,
series?
but I still feel strongly that Philly's going to push this.
All right, you're going Knicks in 7. I'm gonna say I'll go Knicks in 6.
Okay.
The Pacers evened it up versus the Bucks. Miles Turner, what a night for fast break, by the way. That was a thing of beauty. 3 blocks and 3 3-pointers. What a stud. But so anyway, they evened it up versus the Bucks. Giannis is still not in there. What are your thoughts on that series? Just real quick.
I mean, pun intended, the Pacers are pushing pace. They're doing everything they did to win that season series 4-1 this year. Obviously, no Giannis is an issue. Pascal Siakam's rolling. I don't know if you saw any of the post-game presser stuff, but Tyrese Halliburton, who is from Wisconsin, his family are like legends basically in the area. His family was called the M-word multiple times.
Yeah, I heard this.
And he also said that they get better regular season crowds in Indy than they do in Milwaukee for that playoff game. So, yeah, he's pissed, which does not bode well for a team that is struggling to find themselves offensively. Dame is good, not great, struggling to score in the second half of games. Don't really understand that. A lot of it, I feel like he's getting a little bit tired. They're defensively putting him, they're doubling him to put him in bad spots. But by and large, I just don't trust Milwaukee. Pacers in 6.
Yep. I think that's a good prediction. Also something I didn't realize is the Bucks had a losing record on the road this season. I didn't realize that. But yeah, no Giannis. Yeah, you're cooked. Forget it. I mean, like the Bucks
Giannis might be coming back.
It's another one of those situations.
There's 2 days off. They're playing in the first half of the doubleheader. I think there's a strong chance he comes back for game 3 or 4.
For game 3, I mean, if he comes back game 3, that could get pretty interesting. I'd say this is a coin toss.
Like, how does he look? There's a lot of. He was out there shooting pregame. Put it that way.
Yeah. Well,
he's getting shots up. How physical can he be? Is he at 100%? Like knees and Achilles, man. I don't fuck with that. Like you saw what happened to Kevin Durant.
Yep.
Kevin Durant was out a way longer period. Kevin Durant was out 2 months and then tore his Achilles. Yeah. You think it's a good idea to bring similar to Embiid? Do you think it's a good idea to bring a guy who's had Achilles soreness for the better part of 2 months? That's messy.
Yeah, I like the Pacers in that series as well. Cavs Magic definitely seems like
the NBA TV series. That's fun.
Cavs are just on one, I think. I think the Magic are they're too young, they're too inexperienced.
They can't shoot.
Yeah, Paulo Banchero has looked awful. It just feels like this is the Cavs series, and
I actually
they're going to
don't
move
think
on.
Paolo's look bad. I think it's difficult because Orlando has no other secondary shot creators.
Okay.
Like Paolo, like if you look at his overall numbers, he's been great other than turnovers. 9 turnovers in game 1. I think he had 6 in game 2. But a lot of that is especially with Jalen Suggs hurt, you really don't have great point guard play. You have Cole Anthony. Congratulations on your 60K. Like, you don't have true playmakers on the wings. Franz is fine as a second or third option. I look at him more of a third option. They need a shooter. Would not shock me if they get Klay Thompson in the offseason.
Yep, that's what we think is going to happen as well. So, yeah, I would say Cavs in 5. Magic might take 1 at home, but I'd say Cavs in 5. Then we got Celtics and Heat.
Sam's going to love this. I think the Heat are going to win 1 game.
Okay.
I can see it. I can see them winning 1 game at home. But yeah, it's tough because they don't have a true point guard right now. Tyler's been so bad, and it's tough with because of Celtics perimeter defense. Like they can just throw Drew Holiday on Tyler Hero. Like it's such a luxury that you can take one of the best defenders in the league and be like, just shut this guy down. You don't even need to really shoot. Just shut him down. And Drew's basically calling all the defensive plays anyway. The only way the Heat win 2 games in the series is if Bam goes crazy in one of them. So, yeah, Celtics in 5.
So you think the Heat will win 1 at home?
It doesn't matter what you think.
Celtics in 4. Get out of here with that nonsense. All right. Let's see what else we got here. We'll go over the West in a second, but before we do that, let's tell you a little something about Floaty. So I want to talk to you today about how do you find a Topshot user on Floaty. Sometimes that can be a little bit tricky, as well as one other little thing to teach you. Let's roll it. In today's Floaty video, I want to show you how to find a Topshot user's Floaty account. And I'm also going to show you a couple of cool things that you can do to filter on the marketplace. So first, let's talk about finding a Topshot user on Floaty. So let's just say I'm looking at this GG Jackson moment, and I want to find this user, Burnt Frito. I'm going to copy his name, and I'm going to go to this tool created by Steve. That's at intangible.market/export, link in the show notes. I'm going to enter his Topshot name down here, and then it's going to show me his Floaty profile. I'll then be able to click that, and now I can look at his profile on Floaty. From there, I could send him an offer via Floaty, for example, or just look at all of his NFTs if I'm curious, why not? Next, I want to show you some marketplace filters that you can use. Let's say you only have $69 to spend. We're going to go to Buy Now, expand the Buy Now drop down, and let's say we want to spend between $60 and $69. It's now going to show you all the moments currently on sale for $60 to $69. And let's say we don't want to get a special cereal that's more expensive. We're going to do a minimum FMV of 60. So therefore, we're going to be able to find deals. We're going to be able to find moments right in our price range. So that's something you should be using, the max and min of the buy now, and then you can come up here and sort by price. I hope these little tips have helped you today. Now back to the show. Okay, well, thank you, Randy. Topshot Tesla with the nice little sticker here. Shout out the most awkward looking hat in Web3. Is that your hat? Why is it an awkward looking hat, Topshot Tesla?
Oh, NBA bid action.
Anyway, thank you, Topshot Tesla. I appreciate you. Thank you for being here. Ice cream so good. Topshot Tesla. Yes, yes, yes. We love it. Thank you, Topshot Tesla. All right. So now we can move over to the West. So it sounds like we have the Celtics and the Cavs. We have the Pacers and the Knicks. That sounds right. I think I like that prediction. So in the West, we have the Thunder and the Pelicans. Is Zion out indefinitely? Is he out for the entire series?
Yeah. yeah, it's very unlikely. He's out several weeks with this strain.
All right. So then that should
Hamstring
be
strain.
that should probably be Thunder in 4 or 5 max. I don't know if you have
Thunder
if
in
you feel
5.
different.
I think maybe even 6. Honestly, the Pels, they have the kind of length that bothers them on the perimeter, and they have real legitimate shooting. And they're both very similar teams in terms of the way their offenses are set up. Both are basically, with OKC, they're 5 out. When the Pels go small, quote unquote, with Nance, they're going 5 out as well. The floaty hat, that makes sense, Tesla.
What? How dare you, Topshot Tesla? But thank you for sending another sticker to send that comment. You're the man. Thank you. I appreciate it. What else? Should talk about more awkward things. I'll let you just keep sending stickers about all the awkward things.
Yeah, it's fine. Just give me all the money. Thank you. I take 50% of that revenue, right? No, it's fine because YouTube's taking the other 40%. That's the real joke. Anyway,
I know, right?
So with the Pels, they're elite defensively, and because of their shooting, I think they can win 2 games in this series. I'm going to say Thunder in 6.
Okay, fair enough. But Thunder move on. And that's, by the way, one interesting nugget about redemptions,
Well,
rare
look at that fun.
redemptions. Yeah,
keep going.
that's one interesting nugget about rare redemptions, because in this case, it's very possible that you might be finding yourself, if you're holding a Thunder redemption, to be able to exchange that for a Chet Holmgren redemption at some point in the playoffs. So that is pretty juicy if you got your hands on a Thunder redemption. Like, you can get an SGA, which has a nice value. Look at
even
this.
Jalen Williams.
Topshot Tesla again. I love it. He says, better you than Roham or sports betting. All right. Well, we appreciate you very much, Topshot Tesla. You are the man.
Yes, if you want to throw me money, I'll just put the money towards sports betting. It works either way.
I know. Yeah, no sports betting sponsor as of late, but any sponsor that comes in, we appreciate it. But yeah,
well,
of course,
I'll have you reach out to Underdog, baby. We'll get that connection going.
Yeah. Look, I mean, whatever helps buy the groceries. But yeah, I definitely prefer floaty, for example, than something else. But anyway, let's keep it going. We have the Clippers Mavericks. I think this feels like a series that's going to go 7.
Mavs in 6.
Okay. I think.
Look, here's the thing with the Clippers.
Mm-hmm.
You never know what you're really going to get with them.
Well, especially with Kawhi not 100%.
Kawhi not 100%. Harden is, I think, the single most frustrating player we've had in the last decade and a half in terms of playoff performances.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that's a hot take. I'd say the other thing about them that's frustrating is, like, there's some lingering stuff with Paul George. For those that haven't really noticed, Paul has not re-signed his contract. Word is they're pretty far apart, like significantly. And it's not like Ballmer doesn't have the money, but the question is years, I think, rather than money per se.
What's this about, Mike? Topshot Tesla just hitting us, going nuts with the stickers today, which we appreciate. He says, for WEISBERG's room attendant. It says no hashtag no tip, Mike. I'm guessing you did not leave a tip in Mexico. Is that the case?
No, I tip very well. That is a lie, Topshot Tesla. Lying sack of shit. Trying to smear my name. I think he's saying that you're not going to give me money.
But what does that have to do with Mexico?
I don't know. Kind of weird, but I am going to Mexico tomorrow, actually.
Oh wow! Congratulations! Is that a birthday celebration?
Yeah. A buddy of mine about 2 months ago hit me up. It was like close to 4 months ago. He was like, "Hey man, what are we doing for your 40th?" I was like, "I am nervous, weird, anxious about all of it. I don't really want to celebrate." Fuck that. We are celebrating your birthday. Name a place. So we sat down over some whiskey, and he was like, "All right, let's figure out. Let's take the top 3 places we'd want to go as a large group, and let's figure it out." So he put out an Excel spreadsheet onto his TV, like he just mirrored it, and then we just talked it out, and we basically figured out the top 3 places we wanted to go. We budgeted it, given the amount of people we had, and we ended on PV, Puerto Vallarta. So we're going to be there for the weekend. Got a gorgeous Airbnb. There's like 7 of us on the trip total. It's a good time. We're pretty excited.
That sounds like you'll be able to create lasting memories. He says that's what it has to do with in Mexico. That's what it has to do in.
Oh, because I don't have to pay anything for this trip, including going to the strip club.
Wow, that's amazing. What an amazing setup you've got. What kind friends you have.
Outside of my flight. I paid for my flight. But my friends are paying for my Airbnb, food, a whole bunch of other shit.
Wow. So. I want friends like yours. That sounds great. All right. So then Clippers, Mavs, you have the Mavs in 6. Stan Loves has the Clippers in 7. I'm gonna stick to my guns. I'm gonna say Mavs in 7. Luka with some wonderful displays of talent in Game 7 to take the Mavericks and send them on to the next round versus the Thunder. Then I
think Luka does it in 6 and hits a 3 and just hits him with one of those. Like, I don't know if you saw the clip from Luka last night where he was just like, hell yeah, asshole.
I couldn't tell if he said asshole or if he said let's go. Do you think he said asshole?
He definitely said asshole. And like,
he's calling James Harden an asshole.
Like, here's the thing: Luka's a dick. Like, say nothing for him. Like, he gives a shit and he competes. And like, he is the kind of person who will shit talk. This is what he does.
I love it.
Yeah, he was great, and he was great defensively last night. Tesla points out correctly in the chat. He was awesome. No one scored on him.
That's awesome. All right, the next is a problematic series for the Kevin Durant fans, which is the T-Wolves have a 2-0 lead against the Suns. They are favored though. The Suns are favored in the next game, which makes sense. They're at home. But is this the T-Wolves series?
Yeah. T-Wolves in 5.
Wow.
I mean, the thing with Phoenix is they're very top heavy, which we all know. But what Minnesota is doing is they're putting McDaniels or Nikhil Alexander Walker on Booker, and they're saying, Kevin Durant, you can beat us. That's fine. Brad Beal, you want to shoot some threes? Great. Because you guys don't have anyone else that can score. Grayson Allen got hurt the other day.
Yeah,
that wasn't great either. That looked ugly. And, you know, who was their 4th best player last night? Drew Eubanks? Like, yeah, I got Wolves in 5, man.
Yeah, I agree. I think that Wolves are going to win this series. I think the Suns.
My only concern is Cat, who has been every bit the terrible playoff performer that we thought he'd be through 2 games. Yeah, he was. Don't get me wrong. He was good, not great in Game 1. Game 2 gets into that early foul trouble, and just an awful 3rd foul. Like, what are you doing, buddy? Just something to keep an eye on.
Yeah, I think Wolves in 6. And then it will send home the Suns. And that was, by the way, that was J.E. Skeet's preseason pick to hit the finals. So I guess if the Suns lose, we know more about basketball than J.E. Skeet's. Okay, it's proven right now. The next series is the one that everyone loves to watch, which is the Nuggets and the Lakers. The Lakers losing in heartbreaking fashion last night to 2 nights ago to Jamal Murray, with LeBron James whining his way and slurring, having slurs in the post-game interviews about how much he didn't like what the refs didn't call a foul on D'Lo, etc.
Don't blow a 20-point lead, dog. What it is. Yeah. Can't blow a 20-point lead in playoffs.
Yep.
And look, don't allow a team to score 8 out of 9 times in the 4th quarter down the stretch. You know? Like, I hear your complaints about replay. Do I think that they shouldn't have overturned it? The call of minimal contact is some bullshit. I don't really like it. It's being overused, relatively speaking, or it's being overly broad. I still think the Lakers can make a run in this series, but Nuggets in 6, like, I think they can win 2 games.
I'm gonna say Nuggets in 5. I think
that's
you get
fair.
you get your balls stomped on like the Lakers just did. I think they'll be able to take one, but the Nuggets are just too good. I mean, the Lakers aren't going to beat this team. The Nuggets are too good.
Let me just say this about Denver real quick. There's a level of arrogance coming out of there that's annoying me a little bit.
That's why you took. So you want to take the field versus Denver? That's a ballsy pick, I think. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if Denver wins it all this year, but you're taking.
I wouldn't either, but let me just be super clear. I hear all that arrogance. They've been talking a whole lot of shit. Don't get me wrong. Get the MVP. You can back it up.
Mm-hmm.
But if they lose before the finals, take that out with you. y'all said that shit after you beat Boston, Mike Malone. Well, if you don't win the title, or you don't even make it to the finals, we'll take that championship from you because it's ours to take.
And
be very clear.
If you had to choose a team that's going to beat the Denver Nuggets to get to the finals, who is that team?
Minnesota.
Okay, so then that means you have the Nuggets losing in the next round. That'll make some waves if that's true.
I think Minnesota. Look, you're asking me who I think will beat them versus who can. Like, I think Minnesota can. I think their size and length cause issues for the Nuggets. They have elite defenders on the wings. They have an offense that's good enough, I think, to get by against the Nuggets. I still have questions about their late game ability. What they're going to have in the clutch, I think, is going to be interesting. Like, Ant is in a lot of ways, in some ways, like Tatum, in the sense of he really tries to own the moment, and that leads to a lot of pull up jumpers late, which isn't necessarily great offense. And Cat, I don't fully trust, but if there's a team that can cause real and significant issues, I think Minnesota is the best bet in the West, because I don't think OKC is the problem there. Like,
all right,
they'll smoke OKC.
I think these are going to be some interesting series either way. I mean, so I see it as a Thunder Mavs and T-Wolves Nuggets. And on the East, Celtics, Cavs, and Pacers, Knicks. So we've covered all the first round. I think that covers it nicely. We got some people in the chat though saying, "Tell me you don't know ball without telling me you don't know ball." Is that a reference to the Nuggets, Bogdan, or what's that a reference to?
Yeah, I'm confused.
But anyhow, what other thoughts you got right now, Mike? Watching, if you want to talk about the playoffs or if you want to talk about what's going on Top Shot, you can just
like I can go real quick. We have so just as an FYI, I think I told you yet last night, but we're gonna be doing Celtics Heat on playback tonight, and we're gonna be doing a big giveaway of a whole bunch of Top Shot moments. So we're giving away 4 rares. All Celtics or Heat players. So we're giving away, the headline is Jason Tatum's throwdown, number 18 serial. Tyler Hero for the win. Al Horford, S3, and a Marcus Smart S2. So about $100 a moment, give or take. So we're excited to do that on playback tonight. We just smashed through 700 members over on playback. We're aiming to hit 1,000 by the end of the playoffs, so that's been exciting. We've seen some crazy numbers over there over the last month and a half since we've moved all our live content over there. So that's been encouraging on our front. Tesla, yes, the Svi Hollow, that's definitely your gram. Your grail. Stan, for the fist bump story, it's pretty simple.
Hold on, why don't we let's play this? Let's play it first for him, and then you can give the story.
So I appreciate it. Yeah, man, that was an awkward fist bump. Don't clip that. Don't clip that. Just gonna clip that. It's gonna go viral. Jesus Christ. No, I appreciate it. It was weird.
So I'm in the background there. I'm like a little further in the back. And I remember watching it and just being like, I turned to someone, might have been Chewy, and I was just like, what the fuck was that? Did you just see that?
That's awesome.
Like, what? See what? And I was like, that fist, all of that, everything that just happened on stream. And he was like, no, I didn't. It was just very funny. Man, the judge What a weirdo. What a absolute weirdo.
Oh man,
That man did a 24-hour stream about Top Shot. You know how funny that is in retrospect?
it's amazing. It's one of my favorite things. I wish you
Like,
would do it again.
what? There's so much that's weird about him. Like in retrospect, 2.5 years later, like the amount of people he banned as his own mods is amazing.
I don't
Chewy
even know
used to be a
about that.
mod over there. He banned him.
Why?
Like they just stopped working together, and he was just like, "No, I'm not. I don't want to work with this person anymore."
That's great.
Like and that happened to a couple people. I think Jay Winter had that happen to him. Like did a bunch of that. Yeah. Slept on stream for like 5 hours. Yeah, and he made money on it.
That's the best part, in my opinion.
But yeah,
So in the background right now, I'm getting the names together to spin the wheel of destiny. So today we have some giveaways. We have some rare giveaways, and the first giveaway we need to figure out if this is going to be a Brooke Lopez or a playoff Paul. So is it going to be a PG-13 or a Brooke Lopez? Why don't we look at that race right now and figure out who is going to be the first giveaway. So this is what the people on Twitter will be eligible to win. But you all here will have an even better chance at winning that. So let's quickly see who it will be. All right, so we got PG-13, we got Brooke Lopez. Lopez has got the big schnoz. Will that be an advantage or not? We have about 18 seconds left. Brooke Lopez is in the front. Will playoff P make a run for it? I think he will. Here he comes. Playoff P. PG-13. Is he going to take it? Paul George looks like he's going to take it, and he does. All right, so congratulations to Paul George. Paul George.
the irony is neither of those guys you can use past the first round in fast break.
Yeah, you're right. All right, so I'm now going to gather 127 names off of Twitter. That's a lot of names. But hey, oh shit, it's not gonna. Okay, sorry, it's got to go in the wheel. That's why. Wheel of names. Let's get that going. I'm gonna get that in there. And now I got to get Nightbot in there. And then everyone needs to quack in the chat, please. So start your quacking. I think I missed a sticker just now while I was doing this. So let's go back and see that. I got a lot of comments here. So Topshot Tesla with another sticker. What a nice guy tonight. Whenever people ask why Topshot isn't popular, I play them that clip. Oh, so true. Okay.
By the way, if you set your fast break lineup.
Yeah, we can do that as well. Pohi Big Use here. Hello, sir. He says, what's everyone's take on the Bets meme coin saga? Is there a saga around Bets? I know that it went up by a lot.
Big pack rip thing.
Yeah, I mean that was like a couple weeks ago though, right? I mean, let's
yeah.
we can look at how that's doing. If I go here and look up Bets, let's see. We can share the tab if you guys want to talk shit coins.
No, I don't want to talk fucking shit coins. I would rather talk fast break than talk shit coins. I'm loath generally to talk fast break anyway. If you want to talk some underdog betting, we can do that.
I know nothing about, but anyway, no, it's doing actually pretty well right now. It's at 10 million. So it's come back. I think it went to as low as 2 or 4 or something like that. But anyways, we can look at fast break real quick. Let me load that up right now.
I'll share my screen real quick and I'll do my fast break live with you guys.
Okay, well, I got my screen up there right now. Let's just see. Is everyone in here? Let's see. We got 12 people in the quacking in the chat. And so again, this is going to be the first one will be the Paul George. And let me take a look. All right, we got 12 of you. Let's do it. Let's run it. Hopefully it got everybody. Let me just make sure. Is Twitch guy in the chat right now? Is he here? Because he won't get in there. No, I don't see Twitch guy. All right, so everybody quack in the chat. Let me just make sure you're all in here. All right, we got 14 of you now. All right, let's select it and let's run it on the wheel of destiny. And I will put you all in the wheel twice because I think you deserve to be there twice. Okay, so let's share this instead. Here it is. There's the wheel. This is for the Paul George. Let's see if it's someone in the chat or if it's going to be someone on Twitter. Here we go. Boom.
While waiting for that to spin, I got a text earlier today from a buddy of mine. Okay, hold on. See who it is. Look.
We got Run It Up Clay. Okay, that's a Twitter user.
Yeah.
Run It Up.
That's
Clay.
a Topshot OG.
Is it?
Yeah, Clay. Yeah,
All right, that's good. That's good that a Topshot OG.
He's very heavy in the underdog streets.
Okay. All right. So,
but yeah,
next.
Sorry, go right ahead.
No, actually, no. We can keep going. We can show your lineup if you'd like. Go ahead.
So, we'll walk through my lineup. But a buddy of mine texted me earlier today. This is why my friends are like the best and the worst. Happy birthday, Mike. While you think you're the top shot in the group, I'd say you're so rare. Happy 40th. And I was
like, you must have a lot of patience for your friends.
I was like, God damn it. But also, it's fair. So here's my thought process on this one. So it's pick 5 players who combine for at least 35 field goals made to earn your win. I think SGA is a tier 1 lock. Period, point blank. I'm going Tatum.
But you want to waste him this early?
Yep. Because if you look at how long this thing's going to go, so we're going to walk through this in a second. But if we think OKC is going to win that series quickly, potentially,
that's a good point.
Then you just use them early, right?
Yeah.
So that's my general thought process in OKC. So I'm going Tatum Brown. I'm going to go Bam because I own his rare, and we're going to go KP. My other thought would be to do CJ McCollum here. But that's, I think, the play is to go with SGA because he's going to get you 10 out the gate, between 10 to 12 field goals made. Tatum easily should hit 9 to 10 field goals made. So now let's say it's 10 each. Now you're at 20. So you just need 15 field goals made between 3 guys. Bam's going to get 6 to 7 just out of usage. Jalen, because I own his legendary, I might as well just use it. And I think KP is going to have probably 5.
Yeah,
5
I think
6.
you should be able to hit that with ease.
And I do like these cereals. These are some pretty cereals, not going to lie.
And a lot of people are going to have the same lineup tonight too. So that actually, I mean, if you're lucky enough to get into the top position, that cereal might come into play.
I got this Bam, by the way, for $20 on Floaty.
Yep, there you go, Floaty. Ice cream so good. But that's a good call. And Stan brings up a good point, which is that there's no steals on the Thunder night anyway. So the next Thunder night, I just looked at it. It's like a rebounds night. So you may have convinced me to use my SGA as well. Let's see what else we got here. So that's your lineup.
Real quick, I see in the chat, poor Hig BU. What makes you think that's happening? What in God's name makes you think that the Heat, a team who can't score at all, has no offensive flow? What, you think Tyler Hero is going to drag you to Game 7? You think DeLon right? More like DeLon wrong. What are we doing here? Bam? I'll regret the decision. The only thing Heat fans should regret is the idea that Bam is now shooting threes on low volume. He is actually shooting threes. But come on. Enjoy losing in 5, buddy.
Yeah, I mean, it's you'd have to be a silly goose to think the Heat are going to take this series. But listen, if you think they are, you better go put some money down on it.
Go put some money on it. Seriously,
the odds are going to be
make
crazy.
Yourself some money.
Anyway, let's give away the other moment. Do you guys want to do nice and easy, or you want to do duck race? Put it in the chat. You want to do nice and easy giveaway, or you want to do duck race?
Duck race, always.
Always duck race?
Yeah.
All right. So just start typing in the chat again. Make sure you're in the chat. I think most of you should be in there, but if any of you just showed up and you haven't typed in the chat yet, type in the chat, type anything in the chat. Type, I don't know, what present you would buy Weisberg for his birthday. If you could buy
if you want to
Weisberg.
Venmo me, Venmo Mike Weisberg.
Yeah.
I'm not hard to find.
I mean, his friends with the really great sense of humor are already buying him like an all expenses paid trip to Mexico. So don't feel too bad for Mike.
Paid. I had to pay for my goddamn flight. It's like $900. All right, let me live.
All right. Anyway, so all right, we got a couple more of you in the chat that didn't do it last time. So get in there. I don't see any Twitch guys, so we don't need to add a Twitch guy. All right, let's run it. We got 19 of you. Okay, I'm going to select you and we're going to 20. Okay, we got another person. All right, speak now, forever hold your peace. We're going to do a 5-second countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, 21. My God, that's crazy. All right, I'm going to select. We'll do another 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Closed. All right, we got 21 people in there. Let's get the 21 ducks, and this is going to be for Brooke Lopez. Let's set it, and let's share it, and let's see who is going to take the Brooke Lopez rare moment. On your mark.
21. Can you do something for me?
Yeah, on your mark, get set, go. Okay. Rowls is in an early lead with a tiny bit of his beak in front. But Ryan's there, Ben's there, airplane mode's there, and so is Scully. Scully now has the lead, the strawberry duck. The two strawberry ducks are in front. I've never seen that before. Airplane mode and Scully. But Scully is now the sole holder of the lead. But here comes Boston-based with his King's outfit, his King's crown on. He is in front, but Bodwine is right behind him. Bodwine now is in the lead. Drew in his Batman outfit, though, looks like he's ready to maybe turn on the high burners, the afterburners. Weisberg is down there. He gets rugged. Bodwine is all alone right now. There's no one.
Rugged big time.
Yeah, there's no one
wow,
close to Bodwine.
Last.
You might. King Crimson, though, is right behind, and so is Daniel Easterman. And here comes a construction duck with 6 seconds to go. That's Ryan Zake. It looks like he wants it. Ryan Zake is now in the lead with just a little bit left to go, and Ryan Zake is our winner. And if we take a look at the top finishers, we got Ryan Zake in first, King Crimson, Scully, Daniel Easterman, and who's in last? Weisberg is indeed in last. So Ryan Zake, congratulations, you have won. So if you want to give your Topshot username in there, Ryan Zake, your Brooke Lopez is coming to you. So that's Ryan Zake. I just need your username. And actually, guess what, everybody? We are actually going to run another one because another one because the person who won the Jimmy Butler last week never messaged me what he was supposed to message me on Twitter. Now, let me just double check and give him one last shot. Let me just check my messages and make sure he never said anything, and he never did. So we're going to run it back one more time, and we're going to give somebody else a chance, and you will be able to win a Jimmy Butler ring.
Flip it like 4 or 5 times before you run it.
Sure, I can flip it 4 or 5 times. There you go. There's 5 flips for you.
There we go.
So someone in here is going to get a Jimmy Butler rare. Probably not going to be very useful this year, but hopefully it'll be useful next year. So let's go. Here we go. All right. They're off. King Crimson looks pretty cool in his panda suit. Stan Loves is in Alien. Jammers is in front by just a little bit. Jules is now in the lead. Lady Liberty. Stan Loves is now in the lead again with the alien suit there. And Weisberg also is right in front with the teddy bear outfit on. Scully is slowly getting rugged. Here comes Hugo Augustus with the big schnoz. He looks like he wants first place. Stan is Stan is still in first place. Very impressive. I don't think I've seen someone hold first place this long in a long time. Stan is still in first place. There's 15 seconds to go. Weisberg though
Who's
is
going to win?
Weisberg is nipping at his heels. Stan gets rugged. Who is in first now? Topshot Tesla's in first, but here comes Jules and Hugo Augustus. Looks like Hugo with the big schnoz takes the win. Hugo with the big schnoz takes the win. Jules in second, Scully in third, and who is our last place? Rowles is our last place finisher for this one, but Hugo Augustus takes the win. So Hugo, give me your username and you will get the Jimmy Butler. You will get the Jimmy Butler. Okay, so that
Tesla, to answer the question, I was being polite while the duck races were going on. All of them actually are. They all got on during 21. Actually, a friend of ours who's not on the trip was the one that got us into Top Shot. He dropped so much money on Top Shot in retrospect. I'm not going to say what the number was, but it was a significant amount of money.
well, it sounds like he's still doing okay. The fact that he's going to Mexico and
he is not going to Mexico.
Oh no.
No. He you have this person is more of an acquaintance than a friend, would be the way I would describe it.
Okay.
Like friend of a friend kind of deal. Like we know each other, we're friends with each other, but we're not like, he's not in the text message chain,
Yeah. Hugo, did you put your Top Shot username in the chat? If you could do that, please. Top Shot Tesla throwing the nose jokes in the chat. Here's to Hugo. Okay. All right. Very good. Awesome. I think that feels good, Mike. I think we hit everything. Is there anything else Mets is saying, please don't overindulge. Keep yourself safe, Mike. Remember to balance.
Have my friends set personal player props on me? They have.
What are the props? Like how if you will fall asleep in the corridor?
We have set props on hours of sleep, number of drinks, to Mets's point, and what was the last one they set a prop on? Number of times that will reference the NBA or playback.
Oh, that's going to be high.
I know.
Just remember to balance some waters in there. But it's in Mexico. You don't want to get Montezuma's revenge. Make sure you
been there, done that. Did that last time I was in Mexico City. It was a tough bed.
I did that. I've done that too. It's not fun. So make sure you got the bottled water.
From a street vendor, and my body did not react well.
Wow, that's risky.
It was a bold choice, and it did not pay off.
Yeah. I think that's all I got, Weisberg. We got some games tonight
for the audience.
Yeah, give your spiel. I know you like your spiel.
Look,
go ahead.
I prime the pump, baby. That's what we do. So tonight, playback.tv/teamhole. Come hang out. We're gonna be doing a 40th birthday celebration. We're gonna be giving away 4 different rares tonight. About $100 worth of rares. So we're expecting a big crowd. Hopefully, if you're not on playback, it's free to join and you can watch the game with us. So come hang out for Heat Celtics. Go watch the Celtics kick some ass, and then I'm gonna go to bed because I have a 9:30 a.m. flight. So anyway, appreciate you, Tandy.
All right, I appreciate you as
well.
That's
all I got. If you want to go follow me on Twitter, feel free.
All right.
Or send me money with Venmo. You can do that too.
Yeah. Well, thanks for making the time, talking hoops, and thank you again to our sponsor, Floaty.io. So those rares going out to those lucky ducks, that's thanks to our sponsor, Floaty.io. If you haven't checked them out before, you definitely should. And thanks to all of you. Thanks to Mike, and enjoy the games tonight. And
real quick, just because I see Daniel Eastman in the chat. Sure. It does. However, because these are TNT and ESPN games, League Pass won't work right now, but I can make you a VIP, and we can get you set up. I got some extra VIP passes, so you can watch with us. Playback.tv/teamhole. Anyway, later, guys.
Here, Boston Bay says, what's your top shot? He's going to send you some moments now.
Oh wow, I appreciate that, Boss Base. Is this to give away or just for the personal account? Maybe both.
I don't know. You guys can discuss in the DMs.
Go take care of the kids, Tandy.
Yeah, there's the username Mike Weisberg. Very on brand for Mike Weisberg. So thanks everybody.
Indeed.
And we will talk again next week. And enjoy watching the Celtics shellac the Heat tonight.
I'm about to
Goodbye.
shit on them.
Static Selector.